Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be watching the second half of season 6, the final half season of Vikings. Today's episode is episode 11, which is called King of Kings. We're both really excited about this.
I've been watching other things on Amazon and it keeps showing adverts for this.
Yeah.
It's like, I want to watch it now.
Vikings is one of my favourite shows. I absolutely love it. I'm just really into the kind of Viking
the era.
lore and era and stuff. Yeah, there's loads of stuff about it that I love, especially the female warriors, which
Labour for the win.
is historically accurate because they've actually found burial sites of warriors where like half of them are women, and they found a very high up kind of woman, like maybe an earl or something, that was buried within the longship with all of her weapons and stuff like that.
And only the absolute top ranks get that. That's a massive honour to be buried in your longship with all your gear.
Yeah, she was important.
Yeah, she's been sent straight to Valhalla.
And that's one of the things I love. We're also both playing Valhalla at the moment, the Assassin's Creed game, which is pretty cool. So
really
all things Viking at the moment, which is awesome. So last season left off with
a massive freaking
Bjorn
cliffhanger.
potentially being dead.
Yeah.
We've seen the trailer, so we know he's not quite dead yet, unless they're all like imaginations or flashbacks. But
Could be.
think
Visions.
visions. Not the Seer's vision, because Ivar killed him.
Fucking hate Ivar.
Yeah, he's such a knob.
a dick.
I wonder though, I saw a little thing about, it's the kind of annoying thing with Vikings is like all of their interviews and stuff, they give loads away, and so they're kind of talking about the potential of Ivar actually having some kind of redemption, which he's done some pretty awful things. Like I don't know if he'd be able to have a redemption. Well, maybe not to us, but he might do in the show. I don't know. I mean, in some ways, so he's bad, and obviously the end of the season, him coming along and just like attacking his own people with the Rus and killing Bjorn and stuff. But I also saw ages ago when we watched it, Michael Hurst, the creator of the show, said that everything that we saw in the last episode might not have actually been what we think we saw. So I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know how Bjorn was having like visions of having a chat with Ivar on the beach, and there was like bodies everywhere. But what if he imagined the whole battle? What if none of that happened yet? What if he was imagining different ways it could go?
He was playing out different strategies in his head.
Yeah, and he saw...
That would explain how Ivar managed to just magically appear behind him and gut him.
Yeah, because they were climbing up all those walls, weren't they? It was like, north of the wall style. But yeah, so that's an option.
Yeah.
Potentially, he was just seeing all that. I mean, it may have still happened, but...
The question then is, don't get me wrong, I'd be very happy if they were like, yeah, don't worry, Bjorn's fine, it was all a trick. But then putting the whole kind of, everything you saw in the finale was a dream thing. Like, you can't end on a massive cliffhanger and then just immediately remove it.
No, I know. And I mean, that's far-fetched, but Vikings has done that a lot, where they show us stuff that isn't actually what happened, and it's quite misleading. It's something that they've done a lot. And it kind of, I think it works well, because it fits in with, how... So historically, people are always like, did all these gods and these mythical things that happened, did they actually happen, or were they all just on like mushrooms and shit? Which you see in here.
Yeah. I mean, the Berserkers, they loved some mushies. That was their whole thing.
But they show it in the show, and they show them kind of tripping out and different stuff. And so I kind of like the way that they do that a bit. It's kind of lucid, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it makes you not always sure what you're actually seeing in the show. But again, that's really far-fetched.
A little bit.
Because, I mean, Ivar stuck a sword, like, through Bjorn. And Bjorn's a tank, but it would be quite difficult to recover from that, especially quickly. But, so there are a few options about what might happen. I think King Harold might have died in that battle.
Yeah.
Although... not really any tears shed for him, because he also raped Ingrid not very long before then. So
I'm pretty sure it was like
the night before,
right before battle.
And speaking of Ingrid, so Bjorn now has 2 wives, because he's never settled with one. He's had about 6 wives, I think, at this point. It's ridiculous.
There's the first one who he married, and then everyone just kind of forgot existed. They just wiped the whole wife and kid off the board.
Oh, poor but she got very she got upset, and then she was all distraught. And yeah, so that kind of ended. And then, the kid thing was really weird because they just killed Siggy, the kid.
Yeah.
And then he came back and there was just no scene about him being annoyed about the fact that... Because that was Aslaug's fault as well. Because she was with that weird guy that...
He was...
Yeah. Going back to talking about Bjorn's wives, like, I think Gunhild is my favourite out of all of them. She's just... such a badass.
Proper legend.
Also, the fact that the actress that plays her is called Ragga Ragnarsson, or Ragga Raggas, well, something like that. It's got Ragnar in her name. She is, she's super cool, and she's so tall. I think she's taller than everyone in there.
Yeah.
And like Ingrid, so I didn't really like Ingrid because she was like, this other woman, and I was kind of like, Bjorn, what are you doing, fucking around on Gunhild, because she's the best. But then. It was Gunhild's idea for him to take her as a second wife, and they all seemed pretty happy, which was the arrangement that Ragnar wanted in the first place with Aslaug and Lagertha, but Lagertha was like, nah.
And a little bit with Lagertha and Athelstan.
Oh, yeah. I think ultimately, if he had to go back and have anybody back, it would be Athelstan.
Oh, yeah.
He loves
I'm pretty sure
so
the
much.
first, like the driving force behind the first 2 or 3 seasons is the love triangle between Ragnar, Athelstan, and Egbert.
Yeah.
Like,
well, they both were obsessed
Oh, yeah,
with
all
him,
3 were just like this giant incestuous triangle.
But it's cool how the show used him to kind of breach the blending of the...
the Norse and Christian
which
worlds.
is obviously a lot of how the Vikings went, and a lot to do with the downfall of the Vikings, which I'm assuming we're going to see in this last half of season.
Yeah.
I figure it's the end of the kind of Viking saga, and is it going to be that Christianity just takes over? Is it going to be that they're just going to lose to
the Christian Rus?
Yeah, well, or England, because this is only the first episode that this is happening in. So I imagine
Good point.
we didn't see anything from Alfred. And Alfred is Alfred the Great. So, we didn't see anything from him in the first half of this season.
I forgot about that.
I think that they'll do the Roose battle. I think they will end up going back to England. And, other unanswered question, will we see Floki again?
We have to. He's freaking Floki.
Yeah.
He went off to be in that stupid cursed show, but that sunk like a freaking iron ball.
The last thing we saw of him was him getting crushed inside a mountain. But I think he will definitely...
Yeah, I mean, if you are going to kill off a character like Floki that's been so instrumental to the season, I mean, if he was crushed by falling rocks, that's as bad as fucking Cersei dying to a collapsing roof at the end of Game of Thrones.
But at least they got more of an ending, because it was kind of, the whole thing was her and Jaime being back together, whereas, spoilers, sorry, but I liked what happened to him before that, where he got into this mountain, he thought this was the place of the gods, and he found the cross, didn't he? And then he was just like, Christians had been there before him, and then he kind of laughed, cried, and then got crushed by this mountain. But I hopefully think that we get to see him again. I always wanted him to become the next seer, but I don't know if...
I just had a thought.
If they're wrapping up the Viking saga, I don't know if that's really going to happen.
Do you know what might wrap up the Viking saga? Considering it's already been mentioned, the discovery of America.
No, but that's the spin-off, I think. So they're doing...
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I thought, wasn't the spin-off Valhalla?
The Viking spin-off, I think, is all about... I want to say, is it Leif Erikson?
Yeah.
And finding America. So yeah, Ubbe is with Flatnose, and they've gone off to try and find Floki. So hopefully we'll find Floki again. And otherwise, I think that's pretty much it for the recap.
Yeah.
We've waffled on for quite a while.
Yes.
So, as always, guys, if you liked our reactions, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you're notified of any future uploads. Follow us on Twitter so we can have a chat. And apart from that, you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do this thing.
Oh, no. What? No. Okay.
Guess it wasn't imaginary then.
I'm confused.
Björn's been gutted like a fish, and they're bringing him home to try and deal with him.
It looked like a burial boat for a second. I was freaked out.
Yeah.
So.
No, I think it's just he got fucked through the back.
Yeah, or through the front. Didn't stab him in the back, stabbed him right through the chest.
Either way, he got freaking skewered. So.
But look at how many bearskins you need to cover him.
They say you killed him yourself.
I cannot be completely sure that Björn was dead. It's not possible to kill Björn. I saw him getting carried off the battlefield with my own eyes.
But you cannot say that he was still alive.
I cannot.
Can't say that he was dead either.
Yeah.
So,
Is that fine hair?
Looks like it. Yeah. I guess
Oh, and they've got Olaf as well.
Oh.
Oh god. How are you not dead yet? He's pretty unkillable.
He's a fucking cockroach, is what he
It's
is.
annoying.
The question is, what to do with you both?
The dynamics are so weird in this
In what
show.
ways can you be useful to me?
Oh, he'll turn on Bjorn immediately.
being useful to you.
Oh. Oh. He's normally a snake.
For my life. To us, death is bliss, and I rush to bleed.
Well done.
What about you?
Oh, I'm not in a rush. But we'll be here soon.
Is this the
We should
camp?
begin our preparations to sail west.
And what about you, Shetland? I've told everyone that will listen that I want to be king of Iceland. I won't sacrifice your ambitions. No,
That's
I
fair.
won't sacrifice my ambitions. But they can wait.
Oh.
Then it is decided.
I really don't like Ubbe's face tattoo.
Love it. I love
You
his
just love,
face.
you just love him.
I love his face, yes.
It's golden preference.
Why is he looking
Because he's always putting a,
suspicious?
he's always
He
putting a
is.
creepy one.
Yeah, he's creepy. Kiss of life? What the hell? I was joking.
Or his last breath.
Is he crying in his sleep or?
He's just kind of whimpering.
Yeah.
Like a real Ramsay Bolton vibes from this guy.
The good news is
Olaf will
I
live.
have decided to spare your life.
Yeah. Bad news is you'll die.
Harold.
Oh!
The bad news is your life is over.
Oh.
King Olaf.
Names are too confusing. I have to get rid of you.
You were a king without a kingdom.
Yeah. You never know what he's thinking. It's
Yeah.
dangerous. Whereas Harold's not that hard to read.
No.
I might have made a different decision. But then you don't have the power, do you?
Ouchie.
He's not wrong, to be fair.
It just proper slithers out like a snake.
Yeah.
Why are you being so pathetic?
Yeah.
Just fear. King Harold raped me.
Oh yeah. Well, that's like the last thing that happened before.
Yeah.
If I ever get the chance, I will cut his throat.
Kai's dick off.
But it is not likely. You and I will die here alongside our husband.
That's bleak.
Those fake earlobes look so good.
Someone beside me. He speaks to me. He says, "He who believes in me, though he may die, he shall live. I am the resurrection.
Clever
and the life.
bastard.
I shall walk beside you
Is that Christian?
always."
Those are. I'm pretty sure those were Christ's last words.
Don't listen to him. Get on with it.
Oh, he's a tricksy one.
Don't be afraid.
I can't.
Think of me as already dead. Nothing more can hurt me.
I wouldn't really want to put that to the test.
Yeah. Ivar knows all about burning people.
I'm sorry.
You think Vitsuk would have some kind of PTSD, right?
Yeah.
But I am ripe for heaven.
What the fuck?
He's fucking with them. He knows they're Christians.
Is he?
Yeah.
Because he's defo. He's always been about the gods.
Yeah. I mean, they've clearly made him look like Buddha with the earlobes and
Yeah.
even the posture.
But he's always been pretty Viking.
Yeah.
Jeez, he's not even going to make a noise. Some fucking tough motherfucker. Look at the visuals on this show.
Yeah, I mean, that is just. I don't know who the cinematographer is, but they need all the awards. Oh, it's fucking Harold escaped.
How did King Harold do?
How?
I'm guessing it was the kid.
Or Olaf left him something.
Yeah. Fucking Harold Finehair. Dude has more lives than a cat.
I know. I wouldn't have minded if he'd died like a while ago.
No?
King Haakon.
Messengers reached me. I was summoned in the name of Bjorn Ironside. And when you're summoned,
Bit fucking late, mate.
Then you come.
You must forgive me for not rising to welcome you, King Haakon.
Oh, he's awake.
I didn't know. The most important thing is that when the Rus attack, we have ways to repel them. The army is vast, and Ivar is with them. Of
course he is. I will make planets. It will not be so simple.
Someone should brush his
Easy to
teeth.
defeat us. But we need you. We need you to live, to lead us.
Yeah, we do.
Your name alone is worth 100 warriors.
It's true.
No, 1,000 warriors.
Look how sweaty his neck is.
Please. For the love of Odin.
All I can see now is his sweaty
Did he
neck.
say
It's
don't
so
leave
gross.
don't leave us, and then he like fell back asleep halfway through what he was saying? It's a good sign.
We should attack Kattegat by sea.
They will have prepared for that. We will attack by
I
land.
haven't really prepared for anything
This
right
is
now.
overwhelming force.
Why is Fitz?
We're very confident.
Welcome, Patel, with captains like you, great leaders like Prince Ulrich, the entire Rus army, and Jesus Christ, our Savior at our helm.
Yeah.
It doesn't really seem like a mark of respect when he does it. It just seems like,
Oh, that doesn't look healthy.
I think you may be with child.
Oh no.
Lost 2 children.
Oh no, but what if it's not his child?
Third, I hardly know.
He has lost 2 and 3, doesn't he? Oh, he at least acknowledged the other
I will
child.
not live to see our child.
it's not your child.
Just as I will never be able to make amends for all my mistakes now.
Oh,
All the wrongs I have done.
very Ragnar there. Remembering you made mistakes too late.
I wish with all my heart I could go back and start again.
Just want to go back to the farm.
Have loved and been loved.
Always comes back to them wanting to go back to that farm.
Yeah,
Season 1
What are you
goodness.
hiding?
they never should have left.
Sheto said that Floki left before you went on your voyage, but that is not true. Floki gave you his ring. I think that
Yeah,
you
he
must
doesn't
tell
know
the truth
about all of that, does he?
if your God is watching.
Playing the god card.
But he wasn't there, was he?
can't
I don't remember him.
Shettle and his son killed Eyvind and his whole family in cold blood.
Yeah.
And Shettle had a beautiful, wise daughter called Eyvind. Killed herself
Yeah.
because she could not live knowing what her father had done. All she saw was a monster.
Do you think he is a monster?
Yes. Don't think you can trust him.
Kind of hard to argue against that when he just straight up murdered a whole family.
After playing the good guy
Yeah.
for so long. It's also weird how the settlement was in like ruins, and then the next time we saw Flatnose, he was like, yeah, it's doing great, and suddenly they prospered from
Yeah.
nowhere.
They are here.
Oh no. Oh no.
Way too early.
Ross,
You have prepared.
I have done everything I possibly could.
I suppose we can only hope to delay the final victory. You have just given up. The situation is bad. Made worse because you will not be there to lead any attack.
I really want him to just pop up like Ragnar did and just be fine. Oh!
What is my name or yours compared to that of Odin and Thor? Do you suppose they would just sit idly by as they watch followers of the false Christ God slaughter and slay their children and cast their singing bones to the wind?
Oh. Oh.
You will not soon believe. Why don't you just walk out of the gate? Surrender. Is that what we have come to? Is that how our world will end?
Oh. I really don't want Bjorn to die.
Yeah,
Doesn't look good though.
it does not. I have a distinct suspicion there's going to be the army's going to be squaring off. Everyone's going to be a bit sad, and he's just going to walk out in full battle gear and stand there as kind of a champion. They'll fight, they'll win, and then he'll just collapse after the battle and die on the
Well,
spot.
that was in the. I think that was in the trailer. Was him showing up? I wasn't sure if it's a
This is
vision.
yours, my king.
Is that the King of all Norway crown? Or yeah, because he took it off
He did.
off
He's off Harold.
Harold, yeah.
Because Harold was a bitch.
Yeah.
Does not deserve that crown.
Ah.
That's Harkonnen.
He has something to tell you.
Dick.
Go ahead.
He's going to betray them, or is he going to stitch them up?
And then he's going to
Neither
stitch
of
them
us should lie. Who can tell the saga of Björn Ironside? Perhaps only Odin, his ancestor. But unworthy as I am, it falls to me.
You're
Can you pass me a tissue? I'm a bit worried.
Oh! Yeah,
They're going to pull a fast one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good man.
I saw the body with my own eyes.
They say the hearts of women are turned on a whirling wheel, but my heart belonged to him. And when he died, the High One cried aloud.
I don't understand. Why have you come here to tell us? Great Prince, I throw myself upon your mercy. Bear me, and I will serve you gladly all the days of my life.
It's got to be hard for him to do. He doesn't know if he's going to kill him. Oh, his music is getting to me.
If you ask me,
Yeah.
And his speech.
will we ever see his likes again? I would say no.
That's a sexy fucking sword.
Same symbolism from the last
Farewell,
episode.
Bjorn Ironside. Farewell.
I don't believe he's dead.
Yeah, no, it's a fake out.
Look after our guest.
That was a good speech though, and
It was
that
a
music
great
was
speech.
getting to me
Yeah.
regardless. I was worried they'd do that.
The good news.
That guy put so much at risk just to do that.
Kattegat is at our mercy.
What the fuck is going on? He's such a...
Well, he doesn't want any other rulers in his way. He
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
care, does he?
I mean, he's literally there to take over the entire country.
But that guy must have gone into that knowing that he could easily be killed.
Yeah.
And he's a king. That's Bjorn, isn't it?
No, we're meant to think it is. That's who we saw in the trailer and thought was Björn. Doesn't necessarily mean it is.
I think it's Bjorn. I think he's come. Yeah. He's not
Jesus
good.
fuck.
What the hell?
He's going to turn into the Dynasty Warriors and just solo the whole army.
Oh no. He does look like a dead man, to be fair.
He
They're just
does.
propped up on a horse.
Yeah.
Oh! Stop it!
Well, that's not good, is it?
Stop hurting him more, you bastards! No! Oh, this is like Ragnar's death all over again. No, stop it! Stop it!
I knew him as a man. I knew his weakness and his strength. But if you ask me, will we ever see his like again? I would say no.
Oh, Ivar is freaking out right now.
I'm freaking out.
One last time. And fetch my sword.
Oh,
It's impossible.
can't kill Bjorn Ironside.
I told you, Ivar, you can't kill him. He's not a god. Neither are
Oh, maybe he is a god, bitch. You're not. Yes! Come on! Please be everyone in Norway. Please don't just be the people in Kattegat. Oh, this is really overwhelming.
I am freaking out right now.
I feel very emotional. It's not going to be enough people though, is it?
Nowhere near enough.
Is this their last stand? Or are they going to go in disbelief, some of them? I don't know. There's kids! There are children!
What the fuck is
What are you doing? Oh, I can't deal with this, it's too much.
So it happened.
Yes!
My saga will tell. The kings and queens, the jarls and earls
Oh
of
my
Norway,
god.
answered the summons of Bjorn Ironside and came to save their country.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
For he was
Why am I
truly
sad?
the king of all Norway, and no one else could have united all his people.
Get absolutely fucked.
Even the kids as well. Fucking hell. I hope the kids aren't fighting.
Yeah.
Oh, they just brought them there to make
Yeah.
them think that that's all they had.
Yeah.
Oh! Fuck you! Fuck you all! Are they retreating?
They're trying
actually
to, but they're
retreating.
surrounded.
There's so many of them. Oh, this is, yes, so good. Are they all gonna die?
Probably.
Oh. She's not even a fighter, is she, Ingrid?
I mean,
She is.
she definitely is. She's gonna fucking ruin
Yeah,
everything.
kill that guy. He's a douchebag. He shot your husband 3 times.
Oh! Jeez, that's a...
Oh, I love her so much.
I have
Not
a-
that anyone could ever replace Lagatha, but
No.
she comes very close.
She's a strong second.
gladdens me to know that Odin makes ready the benches for a feast. Soon, you'll be drinking ale from curved horns.
Oh my god, I can't deal with this. It's too much. Why are you praying for him? You left him.
Even in death, Bjorn Ironside was victorious, which is one reason his name will never be forgotten, nor will they ever cease to sing of his exploits. He was the son of Ragnar, but in some ways even greater than Ragnar.
What a
As
shot.
the seer foretold.
Was that him? They
Yeah.
just like stuffed him and put
I
him
think
there.
so, yeah. Oh, that's his can.
Oh, it's his burial
Did
plate.
not die, is buried here, but is still alive.
What a fucking legend.
Farewell, Bjorn Ironside. Farewell, my love. Farewell.
Oh my god.
Until we meet again.
Oh, what a shot. Oh, I'm like,
What a way
this
to
news
go.
was gonna come, but I'm devastated.
Yeah. It's almost hit me harder than Ragnar, to be honest.
Yeah, it
That
did.
was.
And it kind of happened so quickly, but it was just done beautifully. And he just pops out the
Yeah.
top.
3 days later, he came back.
I'm fine.
Ah,
Just sit in silence and pay my respects for a minute.
yeah. It's definitely necessary.
Well,
I'm not okay, man.
that really got to me.
Yeah.
I think that's the most that's the most upset cry I've had on our channel so far, I think.
Yeah.
And like I expected he was gonna die.
I mean, there's no coming back from that wound he took last season.
So I'd seen a couple of spoilers because I follow like all casts, and that makes stuff like Instagram decide that it should just suggest me all the spoilers. And I saw something of Bjorn's grave side by side with a picture of what Bjorn's grave is in real life.
Oh.
And so I kind of knew he was going to die, but I thought he might survive till like the last episode because I thought if he was going to maybe recover then. But then when that guy started shooting arrows into him, I was so
unnecessary.
enraged at that point. Like, it's just, he was on death's door and he got shot to pieces.
Seeing him fucking draw his sword after taking those arrows, man.
I know, and even the shots, they were like, he looked terrible with like mouth open, just dying as all of that happened. But it was such a, like, what a way to, he literally, it's kind of Ragnar's death again, because Ragnar died and he went to England to die specifically so that his death would trigger his sons coming back and
Ruining
getting
everything.
getting the
Taking their
revenge and what he wanted.
It was all very calculated.
Whereas, and obviously it was awful. I mean, I did cry a lot when I watched him die, and I couldn't, and the same kind of pain seeing someone hurt him when Ayla was like torturing him and stuff before he died. Because that guy's a fucking prick. Anyone deserved a bloody sword.
I was going to say,
totally him.
that was the most satisfying bloody we've had in the series.
Like, normally I'd be a bit like, oh, I can't watch, and I was just like,
Yeah, confession time. I might actually have rewound that and watched it twice. I thought, yeah.
Well,
I will not be rewatching that scene.
I've watched
scene was
that
horrific.
episode several times. I've watched reacting to that episode several times. You know, there's a few of them that really stand out to me. But there was something about the way it was happening and that lead up with the speech that Gunhild was giving.
Great speech.
Even when the guy had gone to the other
when
king had gone.
Hakonen.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Okay, he'd gone to the Rus and said, "Oh, he's dead," which was a massive sacrifice and risk for him. Like, maybe you're right. When because Ivar was like, "We should have made a sacrifice," and Vitserk was like, "Maybe we already made a sacrifice." Maybe Vitserk, because maybe that's why the guy went. Because we've seen Vikings in the show in the past offer themselves up
Yeah.
to be sacrificed because it means so much to them to get the glory and also to get the final win that they need, you know.
To get the gods on their side.
Yeah, and so maybe he must have gone there with full knowledge that they could kill him.
Yeah. He knew what risk he was taking, but he knew it was worth it to...
And I'm surprised they
bring about that
believed him,
amazing
to be
ending.
honest. Like, I was a bit... That was the only part I found a bit disbelieving, was I thought they'd maybe be like, is he dead though?
That's the thing. I think it's not so much... I think the reason they believed him so easily is because he was confirming something they wanted to believe was true.
Yeah. But I think it was the bending his knee part as well
Yeah.
that really hammered that home, you
Yeah.
know, being like, oh, please have mercy.
Kiss the ring.
Yeah. And then he got murdered. Which I hope is still a Valhalla entry-able thing. Because
sure.
he did it for the
Yeah.
wider battle. He still died in battle in a way.
He was essentially a sacrifice, and they're all
Yeah.
fucking straight to the halls.
So I feel like Gunhild kind of knew what to do as well as him. And it was Gunhild. She was trying to comfort Ingrid and tell her that, you know, it was okay. And then Bjorn, you know, she was like, well, you're dying. And he was like, can you help me put my armour on one last time? I'm going to cry again. Like, I've got a tissue, it's fine. I really don't know why that all got to me so much, but... It
was all so beautifully done.
Yeah.
It was just...
Like,
I wouldn't have changed a single part, even though obviously I would, you know, have Björn still be around. Like, if you're going to go out, that's how you go out.
I was watching the episode, like, the first half, and I was like, I'm kind of surprised this was rated, like, so high. It seems okay. And then it was
the last sort of 10 minutes were just perfect.
And it's great because had that been his way out in the last season where he just got stabbed and that was the end, I think that was the worst part of it. Was like...
Yeah, he's Björn freaking Ironside.
There's no tribute, yeah.
Yeah, he needs to go out like a fucking legend, and he went out like a legend.
It really got to me when Vitzek started doing the same words that Ragnar had said. You know, it gladdens me to know that they prepare Odin's halls for a feast and stuff, and the Valkyries will be on their way. Kind of annoys me. I don't think Vitzek's got the right to say anything.
Nah, Vitzek should just be saying, I'm sorry, brother.
Vitzek should just jump on his own sword at this point. Like,
Maybe he will, fingers crossed.
I'd like to think he's up to something and that he's going to kill Ivar in the long run, because he always thought that he was destined to. But literally, like, not only did Ivar burn his wife, like, or his woman and her family, he also tortured him, like, mentally for years, because when he was drinking and going crazy, and
literally
caused
broke
him
his
to
brain.
caused him to kill fucking Lagertha. And obviously, so he, you know, he'd be a bit annoyed at Bjorn for trying to burn him at the stake, but I think that's fucking justifiable after what he did.
And considering he let him go as well.
Yeah, exactly. He let him go in the end. And there he is on the wrong side of it, like laughing and joking with Ivar and Oleg and stuff. I kind of hate him at the moment more than I hate the other two, because at least they're evil. He's just a fucking worm.
I would like to think he's pulling some long game.
Yeah, to kill Ivar.
I mean, does he have the kind of mental fortitude for that?
I don't know. I feel like of all the sons, I mean, obviously Sigurd didn't get much. He's a bit of
I'm sorry for him.
Yeah, he just but then he got murdered. But Vitzek, I think, is the one out of all of them that really hasn't had glory.
Yeah,
he hasn't had anything.
He's been a sort of flip-floppy fish the whole time.
Yeah. So I wonder, because I think the brother he loved the most as well was Ubbe, and Ubbe's obviously off doing his thing, and he's again stuck with Ivar, who's the one that caused him all that trauma. Yeah, so bringing them out, and for a second I was like, are they literally just going to massacre all of Kattegat and the children? Because that's the only people that were there.
And
then amazingly,
the forces arrived.
So all the other kings and queens have turned up for Bjorn Ironside, which was amazing.
Put out the fucking call and they answered.
Which is amazing that they've done it in time. Vikings are so good at doing these ones. Like, some of the best episodes were ones. So there's the one where it's when Ragnar is just an earl. I think it's when he becomes king. It's King Horik, isn't it? Is it King Horik before he becomes king? I think it's King Horik. And then King Horik is trying to get Floki and everybody else and Siggy and everyone else to basically pull a fast one on Ragnar. But actually,
They're putting a fast one on him.
They were all putting a fast one on him, and they end up and then Ragnar ends up just beating his face into the floor.
That was awesome.
Right.
And still, the way they conquered Paris.
Well, yeah, as well. That's the thing
perfect.
of being
so
dead
good.
and then not being dead. That was kind of what I was hoping Bjorn would be. He'd be like, I'm fine. I've just been pretending. This is actually raspberry jam. I wish. But yeah, Vikings is really good at kind of doing that, where you think that they're about to lose and then they don't lose.
But I've seen a few shows that have kind of pulled twists like that, and it tends to be a bit not irritating. But it's like, come on, that's
a bit predictable.
It seems like kind of weak storytelling. Like, they were on the back foot and then they pulled it through. But somehow, even though Vikings has done it about 5 times now, it never seems forced. It never seems contrived. That it always seems like kind of the logical way for it to happen.
This one,
I quite enjoy.
I mean, this one I thought was quite predictable, especially having seen the trailer.
Yeah, that kind of ruined it.
But I wasn't the way it played out. I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, like
when he started getting shot in the chest, I was just like, "What the fuck? How's he gonna pull this back?"
Boromir's last stand.
And then the kids that were there, and I was like, "Oh, are we going to watch a bunch of kids getting massacred right now?" And then obviously they turned up. So I don't know if I was overcome with emotion, but it cut back and forth to his burial and the speech and everything. What happened to Ivar and the Roos? Did they just successfully retreat?
Yeah, they lost a good chunk of their forces, but I don't think they were wiped out or captured or anything.
I'm guessing those three. If they were captured, that would be great. If it just opens up and Gunhild's like, "Fucking kill you!" Oh, so happy that she got that prick that shot all those arrows into Bjorn. I was so angry at that man at that point. Like, just stop hurting him, you absolute wanker.
I think the one redeeming part of it, the only good part about Harold Finehair still being alive is it means he can still fall into Gunhild's hands and she can destroy him.
Oh yeah. For a second I was like, because obviously he's always wanted Gunhild as well, and I was like, what, you mean that they can get together now? Bjorn's gone? And then I was like, oh no, she's going to kill him.
Yeah, she'll absolutely murder him before he did to Ingrid.
So. He's a fucking arsehole, that guy.
I've hated him for quite a while. Like, I've
had
never
moments.
really liked him.
There were bits where he seemed to be good and he was redeeming himself, but his issue with women has always been such an issue. Like, he is obsessive over women, and I never got that because he's not bad looking. Like, in the show, I mean, compared to that guy that, Aslug and everyone was falling over for, but he just doesn't have success with women, and he's always going after other people. He's got that jealousy thing where he has to have the woman that other people have got.
He's
and
somewhat covetous.
Yeah, but he did it to
everyone.
To Lagertha. Well, Lagertha actually molested him, so
that was weird.
It was weird, but kind of interesting to see that role reversal, I guess. I mean, it's never acceptable, but she kind of, I guess, turned it on his head to him. But yeah, hopefully that happens. It's hard to see how they go forward now. Are these Kattegat just going to be ruled by 2 awesome women now, which would be quite cool? I think Gunhild is fit to rule. I'm a bit worried that Ingrid is going to have
Harold's baby.
Yeah, because Bjorn just kind of sensed it or felt it, that he thought that she was going to have his baby. I hope. I mean, I don't know how much time has passed, but I guess there's been a lot of travel, so it's probably quite a bit of time, because time passes so quickly in Vikings.
I say, like, Vikings are fans of the kind of mid-episode time jump. Yeah, they'll just randomly be like, "Oh," and suddenly it's a year ahead.
They just skip past that because there's all the travel. It's not like early seasons of Game of Thrones where they used to, kind of space it out so it felt like it was a while. Now it's like, we're in England, these people there, because they had to travel back from wherever they were, which is probably far away. So them travelling back, plus then the Roos following and travelling back, would have probably been a considerable amount of time. I was kind of hoping that it would have been so short that it would have been Bjorn's child, but I don't know.
Unless they do the whole, like, is it Ragnar's, is it Rollo's? Who cares? We'll say it's Ragnar's. Yeah. She could just kind of say it's Bjorn's.
Guess it's
unless it comes out looking like a
king's child either way. But
comes out looking like a greasy bastard, in which case it's clearly Harold's. Now, I've got to say, I love this show. I'm obviously I can't wait to watch the rest of the season. But Ragnar's gone, Floki's potentially gone, Lagertha's gone, Björn's gone. Like, all the characters I love are gone. It's kind of hard to watch these last 9 episodes knowing that all the people I love are dead.
Yeah.
It
I
sucks.
still find all the other ones interesting. I love Ubbe as a character. I think.
No,
he's really cool.
I want to see Ubbe
I want to
and
see what he
Torvi
does.
have good things.
We didn't see Torvi this episode, which was weird. I want to see Floki hopefully come back. I really like
would be amazing.
Gunhild. I think she's a badass, and I am interested in her character, and I want to see what happens to Ivar.
I want to see what happens to Harold, to be honest.
Yeah.
I want to see Harold get, maybe not blood eagles, but...
I love all the Vikings. Like, obviously, yeah, my favourite characters and stuff may have gone, but I
kind of
love...
want to see Harold choked to death on his own cock.
I thought you meant while still attached.
Oh, that's, yeah.
I'm going to move past that because I don't know what to say. But what was I saying? I've lost my train of thought now. So thanks.
Want to see Floki back, and you want to see Ivar's eventual.
No, so yeah, I was
fate.
saying that I love the Vikings anyway. It's kind of like if they were to suddenly make like a 1-season series about Vikings that was these lot. Do you know what I mean? I didn't know them. I'd still watch it. Do you know what I mean? That's why, like, in my head, I still want to see how the Viking story plays out. There's still the England stuff. There's still Alfred, who I'd like as a character as well.
Oh, yes, I forgot there's the whole... We haven't really seen anything of England in
No, we
ages.
didn't in the last half season, so I'm hoping that it involves going to there, because I think that kind of is a lot of what signifies, like, the end of the Viking age
era.
in, you know, at least England and sort of mainland Europe and stuff like that.
There's still a lot of good stories to tell, and I want to know how
Yeah.
a few of these threads play out. But
I am devastated.
yeah, it's a little disheartening knowing that basically all the people I've loved for the past 6 years, or 7 odd years, are all now dead.
That was a great send-off. I did hope he was going to last till the end of the season.
Yeah. Because what thing is, when I watched that trailer, I didn't realise that was the trailer for the first fucking episode, not the whole series.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to slowly get better over the course of the
I think the trailer's
season.
got bits of other stuff in it as well, but that was it. Yeah, I didn't know.
Like, I thought that big battle we saw was going to be the final, and they were like, oh, Björn's dead, and then a few episodes will pass. Big battle, Björn comes out now fully healed, wins the day, but no.
Because Vikings does tend to give away a lot, so before you start, so I wasn't sure how much of that covered, but there's definitely still more story. There's all of Ubbe's story. I wonder what's going to happen, because I don't trust Flatnose at all.
He's not good. He's
no,
not good people.
And all his family, he's like, here's my family, and they're like, hey there.
Yeah, that was creepy
nice
as shit.
people.
I don't trust them either.
Not at all. Get out. God, I mean, even that story was just such a... Because it seemed like he was the nice one the whole time.
Yeah.
That's the scariest part of him, is he's so good at playing, like, the nicey bloke, which is what he's doing now.
Yeah. And then suddenly just murdered a whole family.
Yeah, like, brutally. And then caused Floki to obviously go away, so...
Fuck him, yeah.
Well, I'm excited. I like it when I have no idea what's going to happen.
Sure.
You know, it means
fun.
I have no real expectations, and I'm going to wait and see what else happens in this one. But
I just want a happy alternate universe where the final episode ends with Ragnar, Lagertha, and Björn sitting by the fireplace, reminiscing about the amazing times.
Oh, it'd be
they
great
had.
if we got to see Valhalla and see them all like
that would be
there. Yeah, that would be amazing. Just to see them all back together.
Yeah. Just see like Björn striding into the halls of Valhalla, and Lagertha.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
That'd be so good. Join them for some mead and meat.
Well, I think we have to give a big R.I.P. to Björn, or
Björn,
with my
apparently not quite
a
high
skull
inside.
with my water.
Skull. Do you want to break him? Or?
Drink.
Skull.
But a skull to my to Björn Ironside.
He's definitely earned his place in Valhalla.
The man that can't be killed but kind of can. So anyway, if you enjoyed our reaction, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you're notified of any future upload, and hit us up on Twitter so that we can have a chat about all things nerdy. And otherwise, see you next time. Take care.